beautiful singer. And this song is called Morning Glory. And it's the narrator of the song says how he wants to find out about all the exciting life that a hobo or a vagabond lives, you know, traveling and having all these experiences. But he's a bit frightened to leave his house, his fleeting home. So this is the story, Morning Glory. I lit my purest candle close to my window, hoping it might catch the eye of any vagabond who might pass it by. And I waited in my fleeting house. Before he came, I felt him drawing near, and as he neared, I felt that ancient fear that he had come to wound my door and jeer. I waited in my fleeting house. Tell me stories, I call to the hobo, stories of old I spied to the hobo, stories of cold I left to the hobo, and he stood before my fleeting house. No, said the hobo, no more tales of time. It's too late now to wash away the grime. I can't come in, it's too high to climb. And he walked away from my fleeting house. Then you be damned, I screamed to the hobo. Leave me alone, I wept to the hobo. Turned into stone, I knelt to the hobo. He walked away from my fleeting house. Thank you very much. As we try to become whole and be the creative person we were meant to be, we sometimes struggle with what's called the dark side, and especially in a society where like men aren't supposed to be emotional and have feelings, and women are supposed to be very ladylike and proper. And you know, it doesn't always work out that way, so we sometimes push those feelings into our subconscious. And there's a writer called Clarissa Pinkola Estes, that's her name, and she wrote a wonderful book called Women Who Run with Wolves. And it talks about how myth and fairy tale can sometimes be a key to tap into that part of us which we keep hidden. And she writes a story called La Loba, or La que Sabe, La que sabe is she who knows, and it uses the image of the kind of witch-like old crone lady that sometimes appears in our dreams or even our nightmares as this sort of scary lady woman. And in this particular story, this woman goes out into the desert and she collects the bones of dead animals, and she brings them all and she collects them and she puts them on the stone. And once she has all of the stones together, the bones together, she breathes life back into the animal and it lives. And this is a kind of metaphor for us if we remember who we are and we breathe life into that part of ourselves that's been dead and that hasn't been alive. So I was so impressed with this story that I wrote a song, and it's called La que Sabe. There's a woman who lives in the desert. There's a woman who dwells in the night. You can hear her moving in the shadows. See her shadow in the pale moonlight. And she gathers parts of what once was home, and she places them all on the stones, and she breathes the flesh back on the body, and she whispers over the bones. La que sabe, la que sabe, la que sabe. Well, you can hear her voice in the canyons. Her winter winds carries the screams. You can hide from her in the daylight, but she'll visit you in your dreams. And at first she may appear beautiful, then her face starts to melt like wax. In her left hand she carries the branch of a tree, but you think it's an axe. La que sabe, la que sabe, la que sabe, la llorona, la que canta sobre los huesos. And she chops you up into pieces, and she scatters you over the land, and you try to put yourself together, but all you find is your hand. Slowly you gather your courage, you follow into her cave. She leads you to a tombstone, and the name tells you it's your grave. La que sabe, la que sabe, la que sabe, la llorona, la que canta sobre los huesos. Está viviendo cerca del río, abajo de las estrellas. Ella sabe tus secretos, la llorona, la loba. Dig till you find him, and one by one you slowly you gather your courage, and you dig till you find the bones. One by one you retrieve them, place them carefully on the stone. Now you've gathered parts of what once was whole, and you've learned the song of the crow, and you breathe the flesh back on the body, and you whisper over the bone. La que sabe, la que sabe, la que sabe, la que canta sobre los huesos, la curandera, la vieja. There's a woman who lives in the desert. There's a woman who dwells in the night. You can hear her moving in the shadows. See her shadow in the pale moonlight. I wrote as a protest about the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. And I sang this song when I was performing at the Marlborough Jazz Festival, which happens every August. And the organizer, Nick Fogg, asked us, several of the artists, to participate in a service at the church on Sunday as part of a peace offering, peace service. And so I sang this song, which is called Children of Abraham. And I noticed that after I sang this song, there was a trad jazz group, and they sang, they played an old song from the 60s, and I realized that the chords to my song were the same as that one. So when I went into the studio, I double-tracked it, and I sang both songs, one over the top of the other one. But I can't do that when I sing live. Not yet. Working on it. I can't do, so what I do, I've been asking people to sing part of it too, and then at the end, we all sort of like a round. I sing one part, and you sing the other. So it's quite fun to do it that way, and I know it's a little bit dodgy asking people in the first half to sing, because it's a little bit daring of me, but it kind of fits in here. So if you wouldn't mind, it goes. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. So you think you can do that? Good, good. I'm sure you can. Okay, here we go. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, no more. Little louder. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. That's great. Just a teensy bit more volume, okay? Just a little bit. We'll make the rafters ring. It's a beautiful theater, by the way. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, no more, no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. That's fantastic. So that's great. I'm going to sing the song, and it's quite a long song. So by the time we get to your part, you might forget that we already rehearsed this. But I'll remind you, and then when you sing, don't look at the people next to you because they might get a bit shy, but listen to them, because I'm going to be doing something over the top, and it's kind of like a round, and you do your bit, I'll do mine, and we'll all blend together in perfect harmony, okay? I don't know if any of you listened to Aled Jones last Sunday. I had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning to get down to the BBC in time. But this is a song they played on that show. Children of Abraham, let us respect and understand each other's prayers that we offer to our God, the God who smiles upon each and every one who dwells upon this earth that we call home. Mohammed, Moses, Christ, each made their sacrifice so that we might see our own divinity. How can we justify a war where children die from weapons that our leaders build and sell, so that the bells of freedom ring Let the winged angels sing a song of peace that will fall on every year, that we might live to see people living in harmony and create a world that's safe and free from fear. My heart is heavy now. I wish that I knew how to find the key that would open heaven's door. From those gates would spill a love that would flow and fill each and every heart and put an end to war. We can show each other how to build a bridge, uniting all the world. We'll all sing songs of peace, and the music will release a light so bright it will blind the beasts of war. I ain't gonna study war no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more, no more. I ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Keep going now. I ain't together now. We'll show each other how. Gonna build a bridge, uniting all the world. Yeah, all sing songs, and the music will release a light so bright it will blind the beasts of war. And again, I ain't together now. We'll show each other now. Gonna build a bridge, uniting all the world. Yeah, we will. We'll all sing songs of peace, and the music will release a light so bright it will blind the beasts of war. Last time, I ain't together now. Show each other how. Gonna build a bridge, uniting all the world. Yes, we will. We're all gonna sing songs of peace, and the music will release a light so bright it will blind the beasts of war. I'm just debating if I have time to do 3 or 2 more. What do you think? Okay. This is a short one. By one of my very favorite. This is going to be on the new album too. This is a very old song, but it's by one of my favorite songwriters. A woman that I don't think always gets the credit she should. She's written some wonderful songs, and her name is Buffy St. Marie. And this is a Universal Soldier. He's 5'2" and he's 6'4". He fights with missiles and with spears. He's all of 35 and he's only 17. He's been a soldier for 1,000 years. He's a Catholic, a Hindu, an atheist, a Jain, a Buddhist, and a Baptist, and a Jew. He knows he shouldn't kill, but he knows he always will kill. Me for you, my friend, and me for you. And he's fighting for Canada, he's fighting for France, he's fighting for the USA. And he's fighting for the Russians, and he's fighting for Japan. And he thinks he'll put an end to war this way. And he's fighting for democracy, he's fighting for the rent. He says it's for the peace of all. He's the one who must decide who's to live and who's to die. But he never sees the writing on the wall. Without him, how could Hitler have condemned them at Dachau? Without them, Caesar would have stood alone. He's the one who gives his body as a weapon of the war. Without him, all this killing can't go on. He's a universal soldier and he really is to blame. His orders come from far away no more. They come from here and there, and you and me. Oh, brothers, can't you see? This is not the way we put an end to war. May God always bless and keep you. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and have others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars. Climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. And may you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth. See the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous. Stand upright and be strong. May you forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you find a firm foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung, and may you stay forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you find a firm foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay robin was chirping away. They're so daring, aren't they, those robins? They come right up and told me that she had some eggs in her nest. She was going to have a baby. So these things that add little sparkly parts to your life, we forget. And so I think that, as I say, the older you get, you realize that this life's path, that when we start, when we're born, and we take all the way through until we make that leap into pure spirit, and eventually we realize that it is a spiritual path, and that it can be illuminated by realizing the magic of life. So this is why I've decided to call this tour Highway of Diamonds. And sometimes music can help us realize the joys of life. I mean, you look at now with the horrible George Bush and all those terrible things that's been going on, it really makes you wonder. But now we've got, Obama and Clinton, in the offing. So you see, there is a silver lining to some of these things. Love is but a song we sing, fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, gonna love one another right now. Come on, people, now, smile on your brothers and your sisters, get together and love one another right now. Some may come, some may go, we will surely pass. When the one who left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, gonna love one another right now, yeah. Said, come on, people, now, smile on your brothers and your sisters, get together, love one another right now. If you hear the song we sing, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear in your trembling hand. One key unlocks them both, you know. It's here at your command. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, gonna love one another right now. Said, come on, people, now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, gonna love one another right now. Come on, people, now, smile on your brothers and your sisters, get together, gonna love one another right now. Gonna love one another right now. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need.